Previously on National Geographic College Edition, we observed a few experiments with warning signs and had a laugh at the results. On today's episode of National Geographic College Edition, Street Etiquette and Evolution. For a couple of hours today, I stalked out a handful of crosswalks to observe any odd behaviors. The first group of people I discussed fall under the bro category.
Bro?
There would be groups of fraternity brothers that would walk like they owned the streets. They would play around as they walked around the campus areas, but as they approached the crosswalk, the demeanor would change and walk in a threatening way, which was funny to watch. As the testosterone flowed in each boy, only the most threatening brother would begin to grow feathers on his arms, beginning his transformation into the full-blown frat brother. Bro! Later on, another group of brothers went by, and I thought this would be the same as the first group until a car can be seen driving towards them further up the road. One brother thought he had enough time to get a group photo of the others walking in their bro formation. "Bro, hold still," he called out as the car approached. The others grouped together as the other brother focused his phone for the photo. The phone makes the shutter noise as the active frat brothers finish crossing the street. The bro that took the picture puts his phone away and starts to walk in a threatening manner like the previous group, but as he takes his first step, the car from earlier flies through the crosswalk, flattening the young man to the status of a pancake. The women had a similar fate. Throughout the day, there was a contest for people to take unique selfies and submit them to the campus paper social media page. The downside of the women was trying to get the perfect picture. Where I was stationed, there was a statue of a cup of coffee to mark the shop here on campus. The downside is that there's a group of hedges that lay in front of the cup. It's also a crowded area between the entry of the shop and an outdoor sitting area to enjoy your order as well. To get the golden cup in the shop, you need to sit or stand in front of the hedges or encroach on people sitting at the tables outside. The ladies want to be considerate, so they try to look around for any vehicles and position themselves correctly and then snap the shot. However, not all women are fast enough or smart enough to get their phones ready for that perfect shot. It only happened to a few women, but they were smashed flat into the pavement for trying to get that perfect shot. Next, I went to the gym and was greeted with various species of students. I felt like I was with Darwin and watching the evolution of species in action. There were exercise bros beginning to show their wings to fully evolved bros pecking at energy drink supplement feed pellets from the people at the desk. Another experience happened in the sauna. There was a variety of people there, from normal-looking people to pure steam vapor. Let me explain. In the sauna, I was in the room with one other person, but I kept hearing a faint voice echo in the room, practically ghostly. I called out to the voice and a small cloud of steam hovered over my shoulder. The voice rang out again, but this time I heard it. The other guy in the sauna told me that students that use the sauna for their entire academic journey, 4 to 5 years roughly, during their senior year they transcend their bodies and become the steam in the sauna itself. A weird evolutionary step, but it makes sense in a way. Once I got used to talking to literal steam, I proceeded with my day. Next, I met a new kind of student group. I'll nickname them Shadow Students. As I was walking around one building, I saw a completely dark room and I understood it to be unoccupied. It was a haunting experience because even though the room was empty, there were voices communicating loud and clear. I could hear voices of students as well as a teacher. I see you. And it was hard to figure out what was going on. I bumped into the light switch and turned the lights on high. As the lights came on, I could see thick shadows in the seats evaporate as the lights came on. A loud hissing from the students turned into a growl as various voices demand I turn the lights back off. Once the room began to darken, thick silhouettes in various human sizes, shapes, and forms began to fill the seats in the room. I ran into another student on his way to class and inquired about why the students and staff were in the form of ghostly shades. He informed me that students that live in darkness begin to change into these ghostly apparitions over time with the university. As I chatted with the student, the class adjourned, and I watched the students exit as they regained their physical form outside the door. If this were Halloween, these kids would fit in well with the haunted house setting as well as the fully evolved form of the sauna members. A final evolution came when I was observing a sorority hosting event nearby. Most behavior was normal, just flirty girls trying to get people to pay attention to them. When people walked around the table, angry women emerged and their name badges all had the same name on them, Karen.
Karen alert.
I'd like to speak to your manager, please.
These Karens would demand people pay attention to them, throw things at people, and just be bossy in general.
Karen alert.
I interviewed one of the sorority sisters, and they shared a similar story to the sauna attendees, where a first-year student is normal and just needs to make it through initiation. As the student progresses, they evolve into Karen by graduation. Today was an interesting data collection between seeing people evolve into STEAM, shadow people emerging into the classrooms, and the elusive Karen, and fully evolved chicken brows. This is Mike Roach, and this is National Geographic College Edition. Thanks for listening to this podcast, and if you like what you just listened to, leave a like, share the podcast, and if you have a funny college story of your own that you would like to see made into an episode, tell it in the comments below. See you next time, my Koopalings.